Welcome, everybody. We're here at Frontera Grill's Test Kitchen, above Frontera Grill, right?
Yes, we're right above Frontera.
This is the nicest kitchen I've ever seen for testing.
I'm lucky. This is a really, really joyous place because this is where we develop all the recipes that go in the books, on the TV shows. This is where all the products that you find in the grocery store are developed in this kitchen here.
Okay, so let's set up the premise today.
We also do it for private dining, too.
Oh, nice. Good little plug, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the premise. So we wanted to pick something seasonal that would kind of work within this season, and we wanted to have maybe a challenge with Rick and a co-challenger.
Just a gentle challenge.
A gentle challenge, yeah. This is not Chopped and Iron Chef.
Yeah.
But, so let's introduce our guest.
Okay.
Okay, Jason Hammel from Lula Cafe in Chicago.
Nice to be here.
Also the owner of Nightwood in Pilsen.
Yes.
But you're representing Lula today, right?
I am. I'll represent Lula.
Oh, you represent Lula, okay.
Our side.
So what's the premise? So 5 ingredients?
I wanted to do something really simple that everyone could do at home. And, you know, we don't have these really extensive pantries at home. At least most of us don't.
Yeah.
You don't have sous chefs to do all your chopping and washing and all that sort of stuff. So I thought,
Well, he does.
let's keep it really, really simple.
Okay.
5 ingredients, 15 minutes.
A lot of people want to know how to cook with alcohol in their kitchens because they always want to open a bottle of wine or, in my case, cider today.
Okay.
And, you know, how do I use it and maybe have a sip while I'm cooking?
Okay, so let's talk about this ingredient. It's not from outer space,
No, but it looks like
it
it's
does
from
look like
outer
it is.
space.
It's celery root.
Yes, it's celery root. A lot of people don't even have a clue what it is. It looks so gnarly when you see it in the markets and the grocery stores that people think that they wouldn't know what to do with it.
I would never pick that up unless I was a pro because I would just walk right by it.
I never pick it up either because I don't like it. That's the other thing.
Really?
So here, this is a challenge.
Wow, all right. Good challenge,
okay,
all right.
So it's a big challenge for me.
Jenna is here to keep time. Jenna, are you available? Yes? Okay. So we're going to put 15 minutes on the clock.
Yes.
Starting now.
Okay, great. Now, I should point out for the folks listening, we're going to edit this down to a 5-minute or so segment on our podcast. But if you want to see the entire video, all 15 minutes of this challenge, it's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/thefeedpodcast. Unpleasant looking.
I don't like the flavor of it. I'm just going to try to make it taste really good.
Jason, you got a fancy ring over there. What are you
Well,
doing?
I wanted to, you know, it looks so strange from the beginning. I wanted to show people that you can trim it up and make it into a fun shape. And it, you know, just to say, if you have kids at home, they like things in shapes.
Yes, they do. Okay. So Rick is, what are you doing over there? You're
I'm shredding it. I'm shredding it up because I'm going to make it like a potato pancake out of it.
Oh, okay, so it's been laid down. The potato pancake is the Bayless approach. What is the more Mediterranean, Lula-esque approach?
Well, right now I'm opening a bottle of cider from France.
Okay.
It's a delicious natural cider. It's funky. So I'm going to reduce it by 75%. Here's a bottle for a taste.
Okay, so I use half shredded celery root, half shredded potato, added a little bit of salt to it and an egg. And now I'm going to try to make it taste really good by adding a bunch of chipotle to it.
Of course you got to put the chipotle.
I do.
Now we did say going into this, no epazote, no wheat lacoche.
You can buy these anywhere. This is canned chipotle and I'm just mincing it up.
All right.
If I had more ingredients, I'd add some chopped cilantro to it right now.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if we can make this thing
Isn't
work.
the key with this to get all the moisture out? When I make latkes during Hanukkah, I always squeeze all the moisture out of it.
But this, you don't have to squeeze this one.
Okay.
Okay. So I got a little Baja olive oil here. We said olive oil could be something that was not necessarily counted in our 5 ingredients.
Right, doesn't count, right?
Doesn't count.
So I've got the celery cooking in some butter with some rosemary
Okay.
and cipollini onions.
So rosemary, cipollini, those are 2 of your ingredients. You got, we're not counting butter. Only you've got a couple of ingredients, Jason.
Well, I'm going to have some garnish ingredients.
Okay, all right. Okay, wait, what are you doing in the bowl?
Okay, I've got a little bit of sour cream. This is actually crema that we make.
Sure.
It's made like the creme fraiche. And then I've added some chipotle and salt to that.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that over the top. So I'm kind of going your latke route here.
Okay, all right.
With this.
As they would do it in, like, Oaxaca or Baja.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, those look good. Wait, let's gotta get this on camera. Hang on. Yeah. Those look good.
Gentlemen, 8 minutes and 45 seconds.
Thank you very much.
All right. Plenty of time, huh?
My whole dish is about funk. So I got the Parmesan, which has a little umami funk, the cider that's funky, the pine nuts are toasted with a little bit of rosemary. Also has some kind of what we would call bottom end flavors. So I'm trying to capture the essence of the celery roots flavor, but can make it more complex. And,
Now, I'm going a completely different route. I'm trying to cover up the flavor
Right,
of this
you don't
celery
like it,
because
right?
I don't care for it very much. So.
Jason, for folks who haven't been to Lula, how would you describe the food there?
We do breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah?
Good. I would describe it as good.
Good. It is very good.
We buy a lot of great products that are, focused on change. We're always changing the menu constantly.
I need something green on my plate, and I've already used my 5 ingredients. So you've got something over there that's green, and so I thought it might work. So okay, thank you. You can have. I don't have very much here. That's
Can I have a
what.
little Chipotle?
You can have as much as you like.
So this is the restaurant trick that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Basting in butter, which just means spooning it over the top of the celery root as it foams up. And this is something that we do every day in the restaurant, and that a lot of home cooks don't do at home, but they might. There's not as much butter as it looks in here.
You could use Parmesan for that, but our equivalent here in our restaurant to to Parmesan would be queso añejo, kind of an aged, funky cheese. And then I've stolen a few of little sprigs here of rosemary
You're still
from
within your 5, though.
Jason. No, I got 5 on there plus now I've my stolen ingredient.
Okay.
So cilantro would be great because cilantro and that smoky, sweet richness that you get out of a chipotle is really beautiful.
It's a nice plate. All right, so 3
it's
pancakes.
very homey, very simple, and as you see, you can do the whole thing in a very short amount of time.
How much?
so-
How much time do we have left?
5 minutes on the dot.
5 minutes left. Wow. All right. He's dragging that spoon through the bottom. He's turning the pot up toward him a little bit and just basting it with butter. And how do you know when you've basted to satisfaction?
Oh well, I'm gonna go until we have 3 minutes left. So if your party's at 8 o'clock, maybe you should go to 7:57.
Right here.
Why wait until
I
the
know.
time is up, right? Okay. All right, the queso añejo. Take a little taste. Make sure we take pictures for all of our followers.
Yep. So how'd it come out?
For someone who hates celery root
Yeah.
and wanted to cover up the flavor, although there's a lot of taste of crema on there.
Did I cover it up enough
well,
or not?
That's nice. You can go on the edge without the crema and the chipotle as much, but that's pretty good. He's like stepping it up in here. He was like, I'm going to Bayless's crib. I got to bring my A game.
And we're gonna add our toasted pine nuts and rosemary. There's a little bit of sea salt in here, which does not count, right?
Does not count. Does not
Doesn't
count.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
So get that in there. And I coat it really heavily in the bowl and just mix it up a little bit. So we get kind of a crunchy exterior on our glaze. It has that quality that you might get from a fried chicken or something. We put the honey glaze on the outside.
Yeah.
It gets kind of crispy
Wow, I
and
like
gooey. Like where I'm going?
I like this thought process.
Okay, so we're going to put these down. Little nuggets. And
So notice how artfully and sort of carefully he's plating as opposed to Rick would just sort of like throw it down.
This is like,
That's okay.
to me, this is Wednesday night dinner, just put it on a plate and eat it.
Yeah, that's okay. And that's what most people need to do anyway.
Yeah.
again, I'm thinking about my kids, and if I don't cut things in circles, diamonds, or hearts, all of which I've done.
And how old are your kids?
2 and 6.
Yeah, so they-
go down is easy.
Okay. Would they eat this?
Minute 30 seconds.
All right.
They will eat this because it's
See,
little nuggets.
my daughter's 22, so she wants to know how to make things like that.
Right.
She can make it in 10 minutes.
How many seconds do we have left?
About a minute?
A minute and 13 seconds.
So you're draping over some cheese?
Cheese.
That's the parm, right?
That's the parm. I'm going to put a little bit of frisee, which is going to
Very fancy.
bitter,
Very fancy.
a little bitterness, to the sweetness of this.
Well done.
Oh, wow.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah? 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, done. Okay. Very nicely done. Now that's, I gotta say, super impressed with both of these. More impressed with Jason's.
Yeah, of
But I
course.
wanna- why don't we grab
My
a
cheat level.
Why don't we grab a fork? We should all taste it. Yeah, why not?
I
I taste a lot more of that earthy,
Right?
the earthy celery. Oh my God.
I did a pretty good job of covering it up.
You did a good job of covering it, but you did a nice job of enhancing it.
That's all that celery flavor right there.
So it's got this.
Is it all right for you? But you still don't.
No, it's not my favorite flavor.
It's not for everybody, but I like how substantial this is. It's filling. It's an inexpensive ingredient to use too, isn't it?
It is inexpensive. I mean, I picked a cider, so that you can use your favorite. Maybe beer would be great, and that you got in your fridge. Nice That would be nice
like
for
a
news.
malty beer you
Yeah, that
have
would-
to use for that.
That would be
Also
nice.
important texturally, I mean, you wouldn't want to just have the celery root. You've got a little,
Yeah,
couple
I like the
other things.
crunch on
The
the
crunch on the outside is nice here. You know, you've done a nice job too, Rick. You caramelized yours a little bit in the pan. You got a little crispy. So you want to have that contrast, I think, of textures, which is great. But interesting flavor, 2 interesting preparations. Thanks for playing.
Oh,
This
you're
was great.
welcome.
Jason,
Yeah, it's good.
Jason Hammel from Lula.
Honor to be here. Thanks.
Great to be here. Thanks
Yeah,
so much.
thank you.
Okay, so again, more information on our Facebook page, facebook.com/thefeedpodcast, or on our Twitter @thefeedpodcast. And we're going to have just a shorter version for the program.